the case law. And you are right that I am not excluding, evidence in its entirety. What I am trying to accomplish is for you to ask the questions about the things that are material, not every line or every other line, and I'm exaggerating a little bit, but not all of the minutia of what is in this statement, like how far away they parked when whomever did the shooting. I mean, does that really matter?
There's a reason that I asked that question. When there's a witness who talked about them parking at the stop sign, he may not have seen the other car, but this witness has testified that it was only him and one person who followed a car and shot at people. Yep. So the fact that there is a witness who testifies that there was a car that stopped up the street at the stop sign, and we have this witness telling police in August 2015 that they stopped kind of far back, and that the other car stopped in front of the house and shot. We believe that those details matter, and they provide what the court called, I think, evidentiary depth, and that the jury can look at what other witnesses unconnected with this witness say and decide which version of the statements that this witness has given is true and why.
So then you can just say, did you park really far away? And then he can say no. And then you can impeach with the statement. It's all that needs to happen.
Judge, I understand, but respectfully, we can't tell the defense how to ask questions, Your Honor, and I appreciate the court's suggestions regarding how more succinctly to ask the questions, but I don't ask the questions that I ask for no reason. I certainly don't ask them for the purposes of delay.
I know it's not for the purpose of delay. I think it must be because you think every tiny little detail is crucial to your case, and that's why you're asking every tiny little detail.
I don't think every tiny little detail for sure, but I do think that details matter. And
I know that you think that details matter.
And
all right, well, it's been 20 minutes that we've been on this one topic. Maybe we'll just cut our lunches down to 35 minutes from now on, since we have to hold the jury so far past when we're supposed to be picking back up. So please take it into consideration, but I mean, I don't know if you're going to do that or not. I don't know if I'm like even getting the concept through to you.
Your Honor, of course.
Okay, good. Let's get the witness back in and then the jury back in. I'd love that. Thank you. Go ahead, Ms. Love.
Thank you, Judge. And welcome back, Mr. Zachary. Mr. Zachary, would you please tell the jury if you know of a place that you refer to as the gambling house or the dugout?
I don't know.
Sir?
I don't know.
I need you to speak into the microphone.
I don't know.
When you say you don't remember, are you speaking of the gambling house or the dugout or both or something else?
Both.
Do you recall whether you knew of a place called the gambling house on August 5th, 2015?
I don't remember.
Okay. What about the dugout?
I don't know.
Okay. At one point, did you believe that, first of all, Kelvin Watts, what name do you call him?
I don't know no Kevin Watts.
You don't know him at all?
I don't know.
Do you know a person that you refer to as Kel?
I don't know.
Do you remember speaking about a person that you called Kel with investigators Gaither and Dennis on August 5th, 2015?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't know.
Do you remember telling detectives Gaither and Dennis about the gambling house being shot up?
I don't know.
Do you remember telling or talking to the detectives in August 2015 about the dugout getting shot up?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling detectives Gaither and Dennis that you were at the gambling house or dugout at the time that people started shooting at it?
I don't remember.
Do you recall telling detectives Gaither and Dennis that Thug was at the gambling house or dugout at the time that people started shooting at it?
I don't remember.
Do you recall Detective Gaither and Dennis asking you when that had occurred?
I don't remember.
Do you recall telling them that it occurred either in November or December of 2014?
I don't remember.
Do you recall then remembering that it occurred around December 2014?
I don't remember.
Do you recall, do you know whether Jeffrey Williams' car or vehicle was at the dugout on the date that the shootout occurred?
I don't remember.
Do you recall telling the police that during the shootout, sorry, Judge, that during the shootout, Thug's window was shot out?
I don't remember.
Do you recall telling the police that Thug said, nah, I ain't cool with them niggas, so they pay for my window?
I don't remember.
Now, do you know whether or not Woody and Kel had anything personal going on?
I don't remember.
Do you recall telling the police that Woody and Kel did?
I don't remember.
Do you recall telling them your surmising that they were trying to show who had more girls, more money, or which one of them had more money?
Objection 403.
Sustained.
How often did you go to Crucial?
I don't know.
Were you ever at Crucial when Kel was at Crucial?
I don't know.
Did you ever go to Crucial with Thug?
I don't know.
Do you recall whether Thug gave you or any of your friends money to throw around at Crucial?
I don't know.
Do you recall telling Gaither and Dennis in August 2015 that Thug would come into Crucial, give them money and stuff to throw, and Kel didn't want him to do that?
Objection 403.
Sustained.
Your Honor, this goes directly to other matters that we have shown and intend to prove or show at trial. We would ask that the court allow the state to present this
I
evidence
object to the speaking.
to the jury.
Sustained.
Okay. What does it mean if someone isn't clicked with someone else?
What is a clip?
Yeah, you're telling me. Tell me what it is.
I don't know.
Did you talk about Thug being clicked with anyone?
What is a clip?
I would ask you to tell me.
I don't know.
Okay. Do you recall talking with the police about how many times shots have been fired at the gambling house?
I don't know.
Was the gambling house shot at like 200 times in your estimation?
I don't know.
Do you recall telling the police that the gambling house was shot at like 200 times?
Objection 403.
Sustained.
What is MDC?
I don't know.
Do you know the name Most Dangerous Click?
No.
At any time, did you ever tell the police that you believed that MDC had shot at the gambling
Objection
house?
403.
Your Honor, when the court
Ruled.
do you recall people posting videos and pictures on Instagram after the shooting?
I don't know.
Did you have a gun at the gambling house when it got shot at?
I don't know.
At the time that the shooting occurred at the gambling house, did everyone with a gun run out and start shooting?
I don't remember.
Do you recall telling the police that you did not run out because you didn't have a gun?
I don't remember.
Do you know whether or not Jeffrey Williams confronted anyone about his window shield, his window getting shot out?
I don't remember.
Do you recall whether or not Jeffrey Williams confronted Kel about his window getting shot out?
I don't remember.
Have you ever been shot before?
I don't remember.
Really, Mr. Zachary? You don't know whether you've been shot before?
Objection asked and answered.
Sustained.
Do you remember having seen, we're going to put up on the screen State's Exhibit 424 Yankee. If you look at that and tell me whether or not that's the dugout or a place you remember being at and gambling.
You can bring closer. I can't see that far. I don't remember.
Do you see yourself in there?
Yes.
Do you see the date that that picture was posted?
No.
Could you zoom in at the bottom? No, she doesn't. Thank you. Can you see it now?
Yes.
Do you remember being at that location with the people depicted in that photograph prior to November? Bring that date in again. 7/2014.
I don't remember.
Who else in that picture with you?
I just know Mr. Sledge.
You only know Mr. Sledge?
Yeah.
What are y'all sitting on?
Like a pool table.
How many places have you been at with Mr. Sledge with a pool table?
Objection, relevance.
Sustained.
Your Honor, I'm trying to establish where this is. You have no frame of reference to tell where this is?
No.
Do you know of more than one location that you've been at with the pool table?
Objection, relevance.
Sustained.
Was your sister dating Milton?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that your sister was dating Milton?
Objection, 403.
Your Honor, this is not 403. I may ask to approach if I may.
You may.
Mr. Zachary, are you going to remember anything that I asked you today?
No.
Judge, I asked the court's permission to treat Mr. Zachary as a hostile witness.
I told you I fell and hit my head.
Thank you.
Would you please use the microphone, Ms. Love? Thank you.
And if you want to move that other mic closer to him,
Okay, which one you want?
the one he's using that moves. Go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Zachary, isn't it true that initially you and your friends thought that MDC shot up the dugout, which you also call the gambling house?
Objection to speculation as to what his friends thought.
Your Honor,
As to that, sustained.
isn't it true that you thought that MDC shot up the dugout or the gambling house initially?
No.
Isn't it true that you discussed amongst your friends the belief that MDC shot up the dugout or the gambling house initially in December 2014?
Who was my friends?
Partially Thug, Montunk, Shannon.
I ever told you I don't
Objection
my
as
friends?
to hearsay as to what his friends may have discussed with him.
Isn't it true that you and your friends later learned that Kel had told Gucci Red that If Gang shot up the dugout?
Objection is to speculation as to what his friends learned.
Sustained unless there's a spaces you can stop.
Sure.
This is
Did you?
this is one of those matters. It's not specifically the one I was referring to, but this is one of those matters that pretrial we discussed and foundations would have to be laid.
Your Honor, I actually will rephrase that question. And I'll.
Excuse me, Your Honor, I don't believe your microphone is on. Thank you.
And Your Honor,
It is not, sorry.
while Mr. Sharp is correct, I believe that this has already been litigated and the court did make a ruling in our favor with respect to this information. I'll point the court's attention to number 5 on the sheet. From the August 2015 interview.
Yep, you can ask about it.
Thank you. Isn't it true that you and the friends that I mentioned to the jury later believed that If Gang shot up the dugout?
Who was my friends? I don't got no friends.
You, Thug, Shannon, at the very least.
I can't speak for what nobody else think.
Isn't it true that Kel told Gucci Red, who was Thug's child's mother, that If Gang did the shooting?
Objection, hearsay.
Yes. The witness back, please.
Thank you. I want to make, yep, there it's working. Mr. Zachary, at some point, you and Thug and Moontunk and the friends who were at the gambling house with you when it was shot up came to believe that If Gang and not MDC shot up the gambling house. Is that right?
I don't know what nobody
Objection
came.
is the speculation as to what others believed.
You all,
Sustained on that.
you all discussed the fact that MDC wasn't the person or group that shot up the gambling house, but rather If Gang was, specifically Kel or Shell Kel.
Objection as to hearsay as to what others may have discussed.
Effect on the listener and the belief that Kelvin Watts and If Gang shot it up.
I mean, overruled.
Okay.
Who is you all?
You, Mr. Williams, Mr. Sledge, and the people who were inside the dugout with you who ran outside with guns shooting back.
I don't know what nobody else thought. I can't tell you what they thought.
I changed that question to you all discussing that
I don't remember
fact. Do you
discussing
remember?
nothing like that.
Okay. Do you remember telling the police that your sister was dating Moontunk?
I don't remember that.
Do you remember telling the police that Gucci Red had a child with defendant Jeffrey Williams?
I don't remember that.
Do you remember telling the police that Gucci Red told your sister
I don't remember
something that Kelvin Watts had told her?
that. I don't remember that.
Do you remember telling the police that Kelvin Watts during pillow talk admitted shooting up the gambling house?
Objection 403 as well as hearsay.
Overruled.
I don't remember.
Huh?
I don't remember.
Okay. And do you remember telling police that Moontunk told Woody and Thug that it was Kel who shot out Thug's window?
I don't remember.
Did YSL and If Gang, from that point on, not talk to one another?
I don't know.
Do you remember telling the police from the time that the dugout was shot up in December, you said to them, after being asked, y'all just don't talk to each other from that point on, right? You said, yeah. Do you remember saying that?
No.
And Detective Gaither said, meaning YSL and If Gang. Do you remember her saying that?
No.
And then you said they ain't really mess with each other. It was already tension in the air, but they waited until...
Objection 403.
Sustained.
Do you remember telling the police that there was already tension in the air between YSL and If Gang?
Objection asked and answered.
Overruled.
No.
Okay. Now, you...
Could you please stop playing with the microphone?
I got no control over what I do.
You asked the police about if they knew Yak, who is with Thug,
Excuse
who hangs
me?
with Thug.
Why is the police standing right here like he? I don't know. I feel scared.
Well, there's nothing to be afraid of, so you'll be okay.
Do you recall telling the police about helping Yak after he had gotten into it with MDC, helping him out in a fight at the club?
Objection 403.
This is ruled in.
Overruled.
I don't remember.
And MDC is from Bankhead, correct?
I don't know.
All right. And MDC is not the same thing as If Gang, correct?
I don't know.
Okay. Now, did you tell the police that you didn't go to Crucial, but you do hang out with YSL on the block?
What is block?
Did you tell did you tell the police that you hang out with YSL?
I don't remember.
Did you tell them that you hung out with them at Crucial, but not so much after you got shot in November?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police about Woody and Mooktunk shooting at Kel?
I don't know.
Tell the jury about the video between you, Mooktunk, and talking or shouting out to Kel.
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police about it?
I don't remember.
Do you know when you made the video?
I don't remember.
Tell the jury who Trevia is.
I don't remember.
It's true that Trevia was at one point dating Mooktunk, correct?
I don't remember.
And Trevia stopped dating Mooktunk and started dating Kel, right?
I don't remember.
And you told the police about a video that you made with Mooktunk calling out Kel, didn't you?
I don't remember.
And all this happened after the shooting at the dugout that you all believe If Gang and specifically Kel was a part of. Is that right?
I don't remember.
Did Shannon and Diamante Kendrick or Yak talk to you about the Donovan Thomas murder, didn't they?
No.
They talked to you in 2015 on January 10th, 2015 into the morning of January 11th, 2015, didn't they?
Just told you no.
Now, do you remember parts of 2015 now?
I didn't know that day I was at home sick.
You were at home sick from what?
I was at home sick.
Okay. Did you stay at home the entire day?
I don't remember.
So if you don't remember, why are you saying you know for sure that you did not speak with Shannon and Yak about Donovan Thomas's murder?
Shit, they ain't come to my house.
You all went to Jeffrey Williams' house, didn't you?
No, I don't remember. No,
You told the police that you, Shannon, and Yak were at Jeffrey Williams' house together following Donovan Thomas's murder, didn't you?
I don't remember.
Tell the jury who Doo-Wop is. Mr. Zachary, can I give you anything?
You say what?
I said, tell the jury who Doo-Wop is.
I don't remember.
All right. You told the police that Doo-Wop was also responsible.
Mr. Zachary, if you want to drink that water, then drink it. If not, stop playing with it.
In mine?
You can drink it.
You told the police that Doo-Wop was also responsible for the murder of Donovan Thomas, didn't you?
I don't remember.
You told the police that both Shannon and Yak talked to you about the Donovan Thomas murder because y'all were at Thug's house talking about it, didn't you?
I don't remember.
And the police asked you which house.
Characterization. This is the problem. That's not what the transcript says.
Your Honor, number one, I object to the speaking objection. And
How am I supposed to combat this?
And two, it doesn't matter what a transcript says. I'm asking questions.
Well, Your Honor, there needs to be a good faith basis, and we cannot just ask any question we want and just make up things and have him say, I don't remember. That's misleading to the
And,
jury.
Your Honor, making up things.
Overruled. Ask the question.
All right. So Shannon and Yak talked to you about killing Donovan Thomas partly because y'all were at the house talking about it, right?
No,
And you all were at Thug's house, right?
no,
The police asked you whether it was the new one or the old one, didn't they?
no, I don't remember.
And you told the police it was the old one, his condo down there. Isn't that right?
I don't remember.
You told the police that Yak was hanging with a girl named Bushi, correct?
I don't remember.
And you told the police that based on what Yak and Shannon told you, they saw Nut at the barbershop, right?
I don't remember.
And you said that they saw him at the barbershop. And at the time, D was with them, but he later got into another car. Remember?
No,
The police asked you, which car were they in when they saw him? Do you remember that?
no,
And you told the police the Infiniti G35. Remember?
I don't remember.
Do you remember the police asking you what color it was?
I don't remember.
You told the police you forgot what color it was, but that Thug's manager, Amina, had rented it.
I don't remember.
You also told the police that you and Woody were in it. Later on, you said later that night.
I don't remember.
You said that you went to a little kickback.
That's a lie.
Which part is a lie? That you said it to police or that it happened?
I don't remember. I didn't know what they don't sound like. None is true.
So which part are you calling a lie?
You,
Okay. Well, which part of what I said was a lie?
everything you ever said.
All right. So you told the police that you thought you had wrecked the car, didn't you? Mr. Zachary, you thought you and Woody had
I don't remember.
And you weren't drunk, but y'all were just flying, trying to see how fast the car could go.
If we wrecked it, I wasn't used after that.
It's what I just said about you all driving fast to see what the car was doing. Something that you told the police.
I don't remember.
Now, you told the police that the car was definitely rented for Thug, correct?
And I told them that I never saw Thug in that car. I didn't tell them I definitely now. I told them Woody told me.
So now you remember talking about the car.
I don't
and
remember.
Specifically the Infinity rented by Amina, correct?
I don't remember.
That you now say you told them you never saw Thug inside, correct?
I know I said that.
Huh?
I know I said that.
Okay. And you also said that the car was rented for Thug, correct?
I never said that. I know. I say Woody told me. I remember that. And I say I never saw him in the car, so Woody had to be lying. I remember that.
You told the police that Thug let Shannon, Nard, and Yap drive that car, didn't you?
If we wrecked the car, how can they drive it?
Did you tell the jury last week that while you were riding in the car, you spun out and the bumper came off?
I don't remember.
Now, you told the police as well that Shannon and Yak pulled up on Bushi.
I don't remember.
You also told the police that you and Muntu, you didn't know about what was going on with respect to the murder of Donovan Thomas. Is that right?
So how can I tell something else if I say you know what was going on?
So is that right? You told the police
I don't
that y'all
remember.
didn't know?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that Woody was scared at the time?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that Woody had nothing to do with the murder?
I don't remember that.
Did you talk to the police about a gang meeting?
I don't know what a gang is.
You don't know what a gang is? Did you ever do you remember talking to the police about If Gang and their beef with YSL?
I don't remember.
So when you hear If Gang, did you ever ask the police what a gang is?
I don't remember.
You told the police that the exact words Shannon told you as far as what happened was, we caught that in nut down bad.
Shannon never told me nothing.
But you told the police he did, didn't you?
I don't know.
You said, specifically, he said, we caught that nigga nut down bad.
Shannon never told me nothing. Yeah, Shannon don't even talk like that.
When you talked to the police, you told them, you asked him who? And Shannon told you him, Yak, and Dua. You remember that?
No.
And you told the police that, according to Shannon, they had an AK, correct?
I don't remember.
And according to you, when you talked to police, they also had a 45.
I don't know.
You told the police that the 45 was Shannon's gun, according to what Shannon told you, correct?
Shannon never told me nothing.
talked to the police as well about O.G. Bentley, didn't you?
I don't like talking about the dead.
O.G. Bentley is deceased?
Yes. Tragic.
When was he deceased? When did he die?
I think when I was in jail.
When, not where. When did he die?
I think when I was in jail, I was hearing it. Like, he died. It's
Okay,
tragic. I don't
so do
like
you know
talking
for a
about that.
fact that that happened?
I don't like talking about that.
All right. Do you know for a fact that that happened?
I don't like talking about the dead.
Did she?
Yes. Get the witness back, please. Go ahead, Ms. Love.
And Judge, I'd ask that if I could just be reminded of whether I asked and got an answer to the question.
You didn't get an answer.
Thank you, Counselor. The gun that Shannon had was a .45, according to Shannon. Isn't that right?
No.
I'm going to show you what has been already admitted as State's Exhibit 24 Charlie Charlie and ask you if you recognize this person.
My computer.
Oh. Permission to publish and post.
You may. I don't know if we're ready to yet, though.
Just 1 second, Mr. Zachary. We're putting up 24 Charlie Charlie after this.
Due to my condition, I don't know how many more days I'm not gonna be healthy.
Can we do something, get you any medicine or anything like that?
I want nothing from y'all. Y'all might kill me.
Do you recognize the person that the pointer is on?
No.
Isn't that O.G. Bentley?
I told you, Miss Love, I don't like speaking on the dead. I don't know if that's him, though.
You don't know if that's him. All right, I'm going to show you 10 Charlie Charlie.
That is 10
I'm sorry,
Charlie.
that is 10. I'm going to show you 24 Charlie Charlie. What about the person who is depicted in 24 Charlie Charlie? Is that the person you know is O.G. Bentley?
I don't remember.
Do you know if that person is Kelvin Treadwell? Do you know that person to be named Kelvin Treadwell?
I don't remember.
Do you know whether or not, do you recall speaking about a spot Bentley had on Cleveland Avenue?
I don't remember.
Do you know if Bentley had a spot on Cleveland Avenue?
I don't like speaking on the dead, Miss Love.
We'll get through it as respectfully and quickly as possible. Do you know if O.G. Bentley had a spot on Cleveland Avenue on Oak Drive?
I don't remember.
You told the police that he did, didn't you?
I don't remember.
You told the police that as between Shannon and Yak, Shannon was the one that told you first about killing Nut, didn't you?
I don't remember.
And you told the police that both Shannon and Yak told you the same story, didn't they?
I don't remember.
You told the police that Shannon told you the same night that Donovan Thomas got killed. What happened?
It couldn't have been because I wasn't there. I was told I was at home, so I don't remember.
Didn't you tell the police that you went to Thug's house? You had just pulled up at Thug's house and walked in with Monktoon?
No, I just told you. I remember just telling you I was sick. I wasn't there.
Do you remember telling the police how Shannon was telling you that they were going to meet Bushi?
I don't remember no Shannon that night.
Do you know, or can you tell the jury who Bushi is?
I don't know.
Was Bushi dating Yak at the time?
I don't know.
You told the police that Shannon described how it was that they came upon Donovan Thomas and how they rolled back around and started shooting.
That's a lie. I lied if I did say it.
I'm going to show you what has been admitted as State's Exhibit 23, Charlie, and ask you if you recognize this person.
I don't know.
Make it do. Isn't that the person you call Nard?
I don't know him.
You don't know him at all.
No.
Do you remember telling the police that we shoot at them and they make a police report? They say we shoot at them and they make a police report, but they shoot at us and we say nothing?
I don't know.
You were talking about If Gang being they and YSL being we, weren't you?
I don't know who they and who were.
I'm sorry?
I don't know who they and we are. I know who I am.
You told the police that you all went to Florida after Donovan Thomas's murder, didn't you?
I told you. I don't remember.
Okay. You told the police that you, Shannon, D, Woody, and Yak went to Florida. Isn't that correct?
I don't know.
You told them that you all went on a Sprinter van, didn't you?
I don't know.
Objection 403.
Overruled.
You said you don't remember?
I don't know.
And this was further into the day after Donovan Thomas was murdered, correct?
I don't know.
You all came back a little bit early, didn't you?
I don't know.
Woody expressed being concerned about people shooting at his house while he was down there, right?
I don't remember.
Now, Yak told you at a different time than Shannon told you about the murder. Isn't that correct?
Yak never told me nothing.
And Duop was Yak's friend. Isn't that correct?
I don't know no doo-wop.
You told the police, when asked how Duop fits into all this, you said he's Yak's homeboy, correct?
I don't know.
And the police asked you, so him and Yak are close, correct?
I don't know.
And you said, yeah. Is that right?
I don't know.
Now, you told the police that you didn't know Duop personally, right?
I don't know.
You told him that you just say, what's up, and that's pretty much it. Is that right?
I don't know.
You told the police that the spot that Bentley had on Oak Drive was one where he sold drugs, right?
Bentley ain't never sold no drugs. He ain't like that. He ain't that type of person.
Did you tell the police that drugs were sold at Bentley's spot on Oak Drive?
I never saw Bentley sell no drugs.
That's not what I asked. Did you tell the police that drugs were sold at Bentley's spot on Oak Drive?
I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
Sir?
No.
Okay. Now, Bentley did used to drive a white Nitro, didn't he?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that he did drive one, but he wrecked it or something by August 2015?
I don't remember.
And did you tell the police that Bentley had a child with Nut's sister?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that in the hours after Donovan Thomas's murder that Thug was acting sort of nonchalant? He was acting sort of, he wasn't excited or anything.
I know I ain't say that.
You also talked to police and told them that even though you had nothing to do with it, you went down to Florida just to go down there.
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that Thug had a show down there?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that after the shooting, you said you didn't describe him as nonchalant. Did you call him normal?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that Motu didn't go down to Florida with you?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that the mood while y'all were in Florida was that they were afraid?
I don't know what somebody else moved there.
Did you tell the police that?
I don't know.
Did you talk to the police about a rumor regarding Woody and Lucci's studio?
I don't know.
Do you know about a place called TIG?
I don't know.
Do you know about a studio called TIG?
I don't remember.
Is the vault studio a place that you're familiar with?
I don't know about no studios.
Do you remember talking to the police about when YSL first shot at Kel?
I don't know.
Do you remember telling the police that was the one that really escalated?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police that was just guns up for both sides?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police that Tay shot Kel?
I don't remember.
Do you remember talking to the police about Woody getting jumped on?
I don't remember.
And do you remember talking to the police about people jumping on Bloody J after that?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police that they pulled off and that Kel had already gone?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police that you all ran up the street? Sir?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police that you all went in two separate cars?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police that Thug was with you and Shannon that night that Woody got jumped on at the club?
I don't know.
Do you remember telling the police that Thug was on stage performing and that Woody was making his way up to the stage flashing money?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police that as Woody was making his way up the stage flashing money, that he got jumped, he got pulled down?
I just told you I don't remember.
Let's take a quick break. Sorry, thought that was a good time for a break.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and take one. All right.
Mr. Zachary, I'm going to show you what I have marked as Case Exhibit 493 Yankee that has already been shown to the defense. Are you able to see 493 Yankee? If you need to pull it as close to your face as you can to see it, let me know. Do you recognize the people in that photograph?
Kind of blurry.
Sir?
It kind of blurry.
It's kind of blurry. Do you need me to bring it to you bigger? Do you see your...
I recognize people.
And is that a fair and accurate picture of what you looked like at the time that that photograph was taken?
Yeah, man.
All right. Do you remember about when this photograph was taken?
No.
Okay. Do you remember?
Let me see it.
Go ahead. No?
Y'all see the date?
Yes, sir. Can
No.
you need me to?
I just want me to say the date?
No, no, no. Does looking at the date remind you of about when it was taken?
No.
All right. Do you remember where you were when it was taken?
No.
Okay. Do you see who you're in the photograph with?
Yes.
Who are you in the photograph with?
Me and Shannon.
Is that a fair and accurate copy of the photograph of you and Shannon taken at that time?
Yes.
All right. Your Honor, the state tenders State's Exhibit 493 Yankee, and just so that anyone from the defense sees, there you go. I'll let Mr. Sharp see it. State tenders 493 Yankee.
It's admitted.
Mr. Zachary, what we're going to do is look up at the screen and we're going to blow up 493 Yankee, okay? And then I just want you to tell the jury as we blow it up, starting with the people inside, if we could blow it up a little bit more, the faces, tell the jury who the pointer is on now.
Me.
That's you in the white shirt.
Yeah.
And the person to your left with the black hoodie on, who is that?
Shan.
Okay. And if you will push it up, that date, January 16th, 2015, when you looked at it, was that around the date that this photograph was taken, or
I don't know.
was it taken obviously before this date?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, obviously.
Lil D at RO5 Lil D. Who is that?
I don't know.
Okay. And that caption at the bottom, would you read that?
I can't read.
Let me ask you something. Okay. Did you say earlier that you read newspapers? You saw an article in a newspaper. Did I get that right?
I don't know.
You don't remember? We gangsta in every city we go. That sound about right?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. Now, when you post things on social media, who puts the captions on your
Who
posts?
said I posted that?
I'm asking you a question, not that you posted it. I'm asking you who puts the captions on your posts.
Anybody I get a phone to and ask them for a caption.
So you ask people to put captions on your posts? All right. When you talked about the Club Crucial fight where Woody got jumped on, you and Thug stayed in the club while everyone else went outside after Woody got jumped on. Is that right?
I don't know.
That's what you told the police, though, right?
I don't know.
And you told the police that everybody went to get guns, right?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that Thug was the money?
What?
Did you tell the police that Thug was the money?
I don't know.
Okay. Did you talk to the police about Shannon swinging on Bloody J?
I don't know.
Did you talk with the police about who shot up Lucci's mama's house?
I don't know.
Okay. Did you tell the police that you're on our, okay. Thank you, Judge. Oh, there he is. Mr. Zachary, at the time that Lucci's mom's house got shot up, Lucci was hanging with Kellen then, wasn't he?
I don't know.
You told the police that, didn't you?
I don't know.
All right. You believed that at one point Kel shot at Summer at the Crystals, didn't you?
I don't know.
All right. Do you remember telling the police that Trevia and Summer's cousin were at the Crystals and Kel and them had words?
I don't know.
All right. Do you remember telling the police that during that time you were in Miami
I don't know.
and you weren't in that car?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you remember telling the police that the night when Demikian got jumped was the first time they ever let you ride with them when they went to do something?
I don't know.
You told the police that you had bought a 7.62 and a Draco, correct?
I don't know.
And in fact, you bought the Draco for yourself when Summer's car had gotten shot up, right?
I don't remember.
Do you remember the police asking you who runs YSL?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that Thug wasn't right there when they started YSL?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that your brother and Slug started YSL?
I don't know.
Did the police ask you, what about DK?
I don't know.
Do you know who DK is? Do you know Walter Murphy? Did you tell the police that Tay, Slug, and a few of their friends who grew up together started YSL?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that Slug told Thug what was going on and Thug just ran with it?
I told him he was just a rapper, and that's his friend, so that's why I remember telling him.
I'm sorry, one more time for me.
I remember telling him that he was a rapper, and that was his friend stuff. I remember telling him that.
That who was a rapper?
Mr. Wade.
And who was his friend's stuff?
YSL.
Who was his friend?
Slug.
Okay. And that Thug just ran with it?
I just say he just put in his songs.
Okay, that's what you said? All right. Now, did you, during the time that you knew Mr. Williams early on, did you ever know him to be with Rock Crew?
I don't remember.
Huh?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that Jeffery Williams was never Red Cartel, he was with Rock Crew?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that Rock Crew and YSL are the same thing?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that they fell out with Boo because Boo was snitching on Mo, and that's when they started YSL?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that YSL is a gang, but it's also a clothing name, just for the record?
I don't remember.
Did the police show you some photographs? Specifically, they showed you one of Doo-Wop.
I don't remember no photos.
Did you sign a picture of doo-wop and put your signature over it?
I don't remember no photo.
Did you look at a picture of Nard?
I don't remember no photo.
Did you tell the police about how long Moontunk knew your dad?
I don't remember.
Right. Did you identify Yak for the police?
I don't,
Did you identify Shannon for the police?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police or write for the police an SB over Shannon's picture?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that SB stands for Shannon Badass?
Man, ain't nothing bad about it. I don't remember.
Okay. Did you tell the police that the night that Donovan Thomas got killed, Shannon had a 45?
I told you earlier, no. I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that Doo-Wop and Nard were in the car and Nard was driving?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that in addition to Shannon, Nard also told you at Thug's house?
I don't remember.
At the condo?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police how you linked up with Shannon, Thug, and Yak and the rest after Donovan Thomas' murder?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that Moontunk called you?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that Moontunk told you someone had killed Donovan Thomas?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that Moontunk followed you to Thug's house?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police you left Summer's car at Thug's house when you all went to Miami?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that Lil D was at Thug's house?
I don't remember.
Did you point out or did you talk to the police about a different shooting that happened on April 26, 2015 at the Citgo on Jonesboro Road?
I don't know nothing about that.
Okay. Do you remember yesterday when I showed you a photograph, or not yesterday, but last week when I showed you a photograph and asked you if you recognized Nard in the photograph?
Totally don't know.
Okay. That's okay. Let me see. Is it? Yeah. I need a stick. Do you remember identifying Bentley in the photograph?
I don't remember.
Do you remember identifying DK in the photograph?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police that Bentley had a little nitro every day?
Bentley what?
Had the nitro every day.
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember talking to the police about the Little Wayne bus shooting?
I don't know.
Did you go to the compound that night?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that you were with Slug when you went to the compound?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that you went in two different cars?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police you were in a Benz, a white Benz?
I don't know.
Do you remember telling the police that you were at La Croix before you went to the compound?
I don't know.
Do you remember telling the police that Thug's sister went to the compound because everyone was deep?
I don't know.
Do you remember telling the police that she was in her truck?
I don't know.
Do you remember telling the police that it was an Explorer, a two-door Explorer?
I don't know.
Do you remember telling the police that DK was with her when she pulled up?
I don't know.
Do you remember telling the police that DK and them pulled her out of the car?
I don't know.
Do you remember telling the police that the sister of Thugs that was there was Max?
I don't know.
Do you remember the police asking you if after the compound, did everybody go back to the studio at any time?
I don't know.
You may.
Do you remember telling the police how you all went to the studio later on that night?
I don't know.
Do you remember talking about going to Magic City and La Croix
I don't know.
that night before you went to the compound?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that Pee Wee was in his Camaro?
He was already locked up for it. So I knew it was on the news, yes.
Wait, I'm sorry, what now?
He was already locked up for it. Everybody knew it was on the news.
Okay, but I'm talking about the night of the shooting. Was Pee Wee in his Camaro?
You said, did I tell them? Yes, after he had already been convicted of it.
Okay. At the time, were you at the compound when Pee Wee and Max and DK were all at the compound?
I don't know.
So do you remember whether or not Pee Wee was in his Camaro?
I don't know.
And do you remember telling the police that Pee Wee was in his Camaro?
I remember seeing it on the news and I ran with it.
Is that the only way that you knew Pee Wee was in the Camaro?
Yes.
Did you tell the police, or rather, did you ever go inside the compound once you got there?
I don't remember no compound.
Do you remember telling the police that you never went inside the club and a lot of you all did not go inside the club?
I don't know.
Do you remember Detective Gaither asking you what was y'all's reason for going there?
I don't know.
Do you remember answering, just go in the club? I guess they had YSL shirts on and stuff.
I don't know.
Your Honor, just 1 second before I ask this next question. Did you tell the police, or better yet, did Pee Wee, was he also known as Roscoe?
I don't know.
All right. And did you believe that Pee Wee went in there just to get into it with Wayne?
I don't know. I don't know.
Did you tell the police that he just wanted to be seen, start shit, or just be seen?
I don't know.
Do you remember telling the police that after the bus was shot, you met up at the studio and that Max's truck was in there, was with them, and Pee Wee's car?
I don't know.
Right. Do you know what gang Pee Wee Roscoe is in?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police he's a Crip?
I don't know. You keep saying something about this same incident. I told you everything I said about it was already on the news.
Okay. Was Shannon present with you and the other people I just named on the night everyone went to the compound?
I don't know.
Did Shannon FaceTime Thug that night?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that Shannon FaceTimed Thug, but Thug didn't answer?
No.
You didn't tell him that?
I don't think I said no Shannon. I don't know.
Did you tell the police that you were right there when he FaceTimed Thug, but he didn't answer?
I don't know.
Did you tell the police that you... Yes. Your Honor, if we can approach, I can show the court.
And Mr. Zachary, let me rephrase and apologize. Was Roscoe, were you present when Roscoe FaceTimed Thug?
I don't know.
Not Shannon. All right. Do you remember telling the police that Roscoe FaceTimed Thug, but that Thug didn't answer?
Yeah, I remember because they kept trying to make it seem like Mr. Williams had that set up. Yes, I remember.
And what now?
Yes, I remember telling them that because they kept trying to make it seem like Mr. Williams told them to do it.
Told who to do what?
Roscoe to do what he did.
Okay. And do you remember telling the police that you were at a gas station on Northside Drive when that happened? When Roscoe FaceTimed Thug?
Yes, because they kept trying to make it seem like Mr. Williams had something to do with it, and I was telling him he didn't.
Now, when you say they kept trying to make it seem like that, what happened to make you believe that?
Because the way they were sent, like, oh, like they'll say something, oh, ain't nobody just doing that without getting proved from this person to that person. I'm like, man, don't nobody tell nobody what to do. I'm like, he ain't, you know what I said. You got paper if you gonna tell the truth.
You understand that the only person that can give testimony is you on the stand, right? That was the question. Okay. Now, did you ever buy a gun for Woody?
I bought it, and I think he stole it or something like that.
You think it got stolen?
I remember buying a gun.
Uh-huh. Okay. Did you buy that gun for Woody?
I don't remember.
Okay. Did you remember telling the police that you purchased a Taurus PT 140 40 caliber firearm?
Yes.
Do you remember seeing the receipt for
Yes.
the guns?
Yeah.
Do you remember seeing your handwriting on a receipt for a Diamondback 223?
Yes.
Right. Do you remember talking to the police about a gun that you left in Monkton's car?
Yes.
All right.
Man, how long I'm about to be up here, man? Goddamn head. What?
I said, I'm almost through.
Keep asking these same questions. Yes, I remember everything about the guns I bought.
Okay.
I'm convicted of it.
All right.
I'm trying to have patience, y'all. I'm up
Do
here.
you remember
Chest hurt,
the
head hurt.
Okay. Did the police, after you were arrested with that gun at the gas station, do you know if they searched your house?
Yes.
And do you know everything that they found?
No.
Okay. Did the police ask you about Demikion Garlington's phone number?
I don't know.
Okay.
We done.
Mr. Zachary, you're welcome. Have that water if you want. And just take some.
I need some drugs. narcotic. Like, I got chronic care issues, you know that. She keep asking the same questions.
She's also asked you if you needed somebody to get your prescription, and you have declined that multiple times.
They might kill me. I'm scared.
Thank you. Do you remember talking to the police about if gang shooting on Empire Park at YSL?
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember telling the police or identifying for the police doo-wop in his car?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police that you knew Nard since you were 12 years old?
I don't remember.
Do you remember IDing Yak for the police?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police about a Draco with a shoulder strap
I don't remember.
that Nard had the day before the murder?
I don't remember.
Okay. Do you remember telling the police that Nard was from Browns Mill?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police that Nard had Bentley's Nitro every day?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police that Roscoe is a hype man for Jeffrey Williams?
I don't remember.
Do you remember telling the police, in addition to Yak, Shannon, and Doo-Wop, that Defendant Williams also allowed Nard to drive the Infinity?
I don't remember.
Huh?
I don't remember.
Now, did you tell the police that you saw Defendant Shannon Stillwell I'm sorry. Did you tell the police that you went to Florida with Demekion, Shannon, Kenneth, Diamante, and Nard?
I don't remember.
Did you tell the police that Nard left for Florida before the other people did?
I don't remember.
Did you talk to the police again in 2017?
I don't remember.
All right.
We gotta go through all this same stuff again?
Do you think you remember more about 2017?
No, I don't remember nothing 2017. I don't remember nothing. You keep asking me the same question. I'm up here in pain, chest hurting, head hurting. That's illegal. I don't know about my rights, but I'm pretty sure y'all violating them.
Can I give
I'm allergic to Tylenol.
Would the court be willing to give us a brief break to see what we can do to Mr. Zachary?
Yes. Yes.
Where I go?
Okay. Date. So is there anything anybody needs to bring up or deal with, or any short matters? Yeah, why don't everybody come up to the bench? So I'm not going to adjourn for the day. Whoa, hang on. Sorry, my bad. I mean, I'm going to wait for a few minutes for Miss Love to come back, just in the event she might have something to report that we all need to hear. I doubt it, but As soon as we hear back from her, I think we can adjourn for the day.
No, we just, no, we can, I think we can accommodate what he needs to get.
Okay. All right. Well, if there's nothing else for today, I will see everybody at the designated time tomorrow.
No. No. Okay.
All right.